Hey, what's happening, everybody? DJ Ronnie with you here for Sound Sessions. Happy New Year 2023. Hope all is well with you and yours out there. Man, yes, I'm glad to be back. And man, we got some great things and great shows in store for you in 2023 as we're moving forward and bringing you some great artists that's making some moves, things like that. So, hey, you all just hold tight. All right, we're going to come back. Got to want to thank all our advertisers and sponsors as well that are making this happen. If you would like to be on board with us, make sure you go visit my website. All right, musicindustrymakeover.com. Musicindustrymakeover.com. Hey, we create platforms as well as we control the exposure. So again, if you're an artist out there, because this is what this show designed for, that's why it's called Sound Sessions. If you're an artist and you would like to promote whatever it is that you're doing, your music, all right, your tours, whatever, go and check us out. Okay, we're going to be changing that soon later on, but we still will be providing the same service, as well as if you even want to start a podcast or so. That's right, we produce podcast shows and everything else like that. So hey, go and check us out, musicindustrymakeover.com. If you have a business or if you even an author, all right, hey, writing a book, hey, you got to promote and advertise, get it out there. Okay, well, hey, look, we'll be back, so don't go nowhere. All right. Hey, we've got two artists that are doing some great things out there. So, hey, just hold tight. Yep. Yeah, that's right. Again, we want to thank Howard's. All right, howardsuperstore.com. Go ahead on and give him a call. Check him out. He's doing some great things. Okay, you need to go and check out his products. And also, we want to thank also anointedlife.co, Anointed Life Christian bookstore and clothing store in the Newport News area, Virginia. Go and check them out. All right, we want to thank them for the advertising and sponsorship, as well as Sketchy Lines Productions. Okay, that's my nephew right there. So go and follow him. Hey, for all your graphic artist needs, artistic needs, or whatever, hey, we got you covered. Okay, all right. Well, hey, look, man, this is Sound Sessions, and I said we bring you some anointed, some powerful artists that are doing some great things for the kingdom, and also are making it happen, even as entrepreneurs themselves. Or so, who knows? You know, again, we're talking with them, and hopefully this will help inspire some Christian artists out there. Also, hip hop, urban gospel, whatever you want to call yourself. All right. Hey, this is what the show is designed for. So without further ado, I want to bring a couple legends to the stage here. These young ladies are doing it, making it happen. Serious Voice and Suzai. How y'all doing, ladies?
We're good. We're blessed.
What's up? What's up? What's up, yo?
What's up? Hey, Happy New Year to you.
Happy
New Year.
Definitely. Now, Suzai, now where are you out of?
What's up? I'm out from Nairobi, Kenya, the motherland. So from our end,
man.
it's good evening, and you guys, it's good morning. Yep.
Oh wow. Oh man, Africa. All right, man.
Yeah.
Oh man, man, this is awesome. Well, hey, well, good evening to you. I guess, hey, right. I've never been. I would love to definitely go one day. I hope so.
Most welcome. You guys should come over. Africa is beautiful. Africa is the place to be.
Oh
Africa is the
wow.
place to be. Yeah.
Yeah, well, that is on my bucket list. I definitely want to visit. Awesome. Well, and Serious Voice. I know you're in the United States.
Yes, yes. NYC.
NYC. Okay. All right. Wow. Man. Well, look, ladies, we are so glad to have you on. Hey, tell us, Serious Voice, tell us a little bit about yourself as an artist, how you got started and things like that. So
Well, I started rapping when I was 12 years old, which was a long time ago. But I began to rap and use that creative line, to sort of get away from my home life because it was very tumultuous. And then I realized, as I started to grow in music, that this is where God was leading me. So when I got saved at the age of 16, I knew that I wanted to do Christian rap or gospel rap. Back then it was called holy hip hop. I knew I wanted to do holy hip hop. Didn't know if there were other people doing it, because the funny thing is, for a long time I thought I was the only female doing it in Brooklyn, New York, because I didn't meet any other female that was doing it for a long time. Ron,
Wow.
I would meet men who did Christian rap and never women, and so I thought, wow, there's no community. Until I met my husband 17 years ago, and then realized there's this whole community of people who love God, who love music, who are doing this. So it's been a long journey for me. I've been on a lot of major stages. I've worked with, major artists, major directors like Spike Lee. But this is the time I believe that God is just calling us to get back to the basics.
Oh man,
and I'm gonna be using that word a lot. Back to basics, back to prayer, back to Bible reading, back to all that good stuff. Where it started from, the fundamentals of Christianity. And one of the things that we're doing, Suzai and I, is launching this Beautiful Hope tour, because it's taking you back to that central place.
Yes.
Well, that's where we are right now.
Beautiful, man. Well, look, we want to get into that and definitely talk about the tour, and even talk about with your website as well. Or so, man, that is awesome. We definitely need to get back to basics. All right, for sure, because again, the foundation is all about Christ. And so, Suzai, hey, tell us a little bit about yourself and for us, how you got started in the music industry.
All right, thanks, Ronnie. Gosh, I think it's almost 25 years ago. But I can say professionally, it's been 16 years. I started music when I was young, because I'd joined the church choir. I'd been in the school music festival, but I didn't take it music as a profession. And I'd juggle around every other genre that I would hear. But come 2006, that's when I just got the calling to do especially reggae music. And for me, I was called to do that kind of music because for searching out for people who are listening to that genre of music. And from where we come from, that genre of music is associated to a lot of things. It's associated to people who are rebellious, people who are into drugs, and also all kind of things. So it was viewed as a kind of music that wasn't for the church. It wasn't a kind of church music, because it was reggae. Reggae is not a kind of church music. It's music for the street. And that's how I actually got into music, because that's where I found the calling was, and that's where I was directed to go into. Wow. And as Sirius has said, when I started music, there were not a lot of female artists doing especially reggae music. And if you were a female who was doing reggae music, you'd be looked at very weirdly, because most people associated, and especially back here, if you're a female, you're associated with doing a lot of worship music, a lot of R&B music. And when I came into the scene of especially doing gospel reggae music, I came in with a bang, and I came in especially with the subgenre of dancehall music. So every time I do, everyone was like, "Are you sure that's gospel music?" I'm like, "You better be educated. This is gospel music. This is music that is coming straight from the word." And the thing I liked about it was because the more I got into doing this kind of music, the more I got to see people actually relate with the music, and people actually give their lives to Christ. And they're like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that you can actually do this kind of genre and do it for Christ." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're the people we need to take the gospel out there to the people who are listening to this kind of music." And from that time until now, it's been a walk. It's been a journey. It's been a reggae music journey, and especially putting in the Afro pop in it, just putting in the Africanness in it, and just telling people about God, telling them about His love, and telling them about who He's all about. So yeah, that's been my journey of music. That's how I can put it.
Well, and it's by listening to you, excuse me, it's like we have some of the similar experiences for us being criticized for us, even in Christian hip hop. Like, now, are you sure that's gospel? So, do you hear the lyrics? And then we've seen people, I've seen folks give their life to Christ after a concert or so because of that. Not saying that is the end all be all, but the word of God is the one that draws them. But that's pretty much a tool. And so it's good to hear the similar experiences. Matter of fact, all right, as an artist over there in Kenya, or so, how is the challenges over there compared to America? Or so, for us, as an independent artist getting out there.
Especially as an independent artist, getting out, especially into the market, is it's quite hard because you need the backing behind also,
Mhm.
and then the aspect of you need to know who's who in the industry so that you can be able to get your music out there. But I'm so thankful COVID taught us a lot of things that at the end of the day, online is the place to be, because when we're
Right.
all locked down, everyone came online, everyone was sharing music online, and we realized that, you know what, we can still have worship, we can still have praise, and we can still
Right.
meet online and just glorify God and who He is all about. And I think COVID taught actually made a mega shift, especially for us who call ourselves gospel artists. It made us think out of the box, because we were so
Right.
used to, you know what, I need to go out there, I need to have a show, I need to maybe be in a place so that I can share the gospel. But
Amen.
then we were taken back, and God was telling us, you know what, I need to show you something. I need to take you back and tell you where you are. You can be a tool where exactly you are. The challenges are many, because especially doing the kind of music that we're doing, it's being accepted. Reggae
Right.
music is being accepted, and then also being a gospel artist, you're put on a platform whereby people view in aspect of you're supposed to be way above the other people. But still,
Mhm.
remember, we are all human.
Yeah.
We fall, we stand up, but the good thing is we have the grace of God, and we have the hand of God holding us to stand up.
Amen.
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow. Hey, we if you just tune in, hey Tim Day, how you doing? Thank you so much. And others, hey, this is Sound Sessions, and we're talking to two phenomenal ladies here, Serious Voice and Suzai. All right, and they, man, this is hip hop and reggae is coming together here. It's a tour that they're putting together again. New York City and Kenya coming
Yeah.
together. Hey, so let's talk about this tour that you all have going on, because man, I mean, just I'm looking at you all right now. I know this is going to be a great concert because I see some variety here. So
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes. It's funny because Suzai and I have known each other for a good maybe 10 years. It's
Wow.
been a long time. And how we've known each other is through Yes Our Radio and
Mhm.
through other platforms like media platforms. And so we've always loved, my husband and I have always loved Suzai's music, but
Shout out to Mr.
I've
C.
always
So.
been, yeah, shout out to Mr. C. I've always been a supporter of what she's done because, as you can tell, she has the spirit of God in her and she's
Right.
about ministry. And that's always been an attraction for me. I like to support people who are about God, about kingdom.
Right.
And so we've been talking about collaborating for as long as I can remember. And, we even worked on a song, but we never truly
Yeah.
released the song.
Uh-huh.
And but finally, I felt like with COVID gave us the release to do, this beautiful Hope tour and do it virtually.
Mhm.
She's in Kenya, I'm in New York City.
Mhm.
And when COVID first happened, I said to myself, well, I can't tour anymore. I can't do a bunch of things. What am I supposed to do? And the crazy part is God said you have social media. Social
Uh-huh.
media is your platform. Use social media.
So this is a virtual concert, a virtual tour here.
It's a virtual tour that
Wow.
we're doing. Well, we do have in-person stops later in the year.
Okay.
But right now, next week Saturday, we have a virtual. That's our very first virtual tour stop, and then we'll probably have a couple more as well.
Uh-huh.
But it's a completely different beast when
Uh-huh.
you're doing a virtual tour, because I'll tell you, first of all, when you're doing an in-person tour, you book your hall, you promote it, you tell people show up. But when you're doing virtual, you've got to pre-tape, you've got
Uh-huh.
to edit, you've got to have all these different things in place in addition to all the things that you would do with an in-person tour stop. So it's a lot more work. It's a
Uh-huh.
lot. It's a hell of a lot more work. It's more of a grind, to the point where we had to push one of the tour stops back because I got hurt. I hurt my arm.
Oh man.
And yeah, because I've also been engaging in the editing, so it's all hands on deck where this tour is concerned. But January 14th at 2:00.
Yeah, see here,
We're looking forward to it, and that's actually gonna be 10 p.m. Eastern African time.
Oh wow.
So
Okay.
it's two different time zones we're dealing with.
Yes, we
So
are.
that too in itself is a challenge, because initially we were gonna have it later in the evening for American people, but we pushed it back earlier so that African folks can
Yeah.
engage.
Hey, you got to
Um,
sacrifice. Hey.
yeah. So, but we're excited about this because at the end of the day,
Mhm.
DJ Ronnie Ron, we want to give people hope. This is a time of the year where a lot of people are depressed. They're down, they don't have anyone to celebrate the holiday season with. We've got Valentine's Day coming up.
Mhm.
This season sees a lot of suicides, a lot of
Yes.
people just ending it all. And we
Right.
want to bring hope. The man in the Bible said, "Silver and gold have I none, but such as I have give I thee." Now, obviously, we got a little bit of silver, we got a little bit of gold,
Yeah.
but what's more important is Jesus Christ. That's what's
Right.
more important, and that's what we want to give. The richest thing that Susan and I believe that we have is our hope in Christ, and that's what we want to share. That's why it's called the Beautiful Hope Tour.
Beautiful, man. I mean, just the whole concept itself that y'all being innovative, okay, stepping outside of the box and doing this virtually. And I hope you artists who are tuning in and watching, you definitely need to take notes because again, there's more than one way to skin a cat. Again, I'm choosing it as an example, but man, I'm thankful that you all came up with this concept here. All right. Oh, wow, man. So I see some of the dates that you all have here, and you all are still accepting more dates.
Yes, of course. We'd love to be booked in different cities. Right now, we have in April, we have Dallas. We're going to be there at the Christian Lounge, and we have a bunch of females who will be showing up for that. And then we have, the virtual tour dates. We also have been talking to Sam Hishop, so we're going to be in Vegas.
Okay.
We have to finalize the date because I have a bunch of things going on. Mr. C has a bunch of things going on. So we're really trying to lock down that date for Vegas, but we're definitely going to be in Vegas, before the year is out, most likely early summer. We'll be in Vegas, June, July time.
Beautiful. So pretty much now, you all who are tuning in, you need to be January 14th at 2 p.m. All right, virtually. It's going to be broadcasted on your website or
no, they've got to purchase the ticket at Beautiful.Ticket Leap, and then they will be sent a private link. Gotcha. So it's a private event because the other thing is, you have a lot of trolls when you open things to the general public.
Right.
They tend to troll you and create disruption, and the enemy, he knows what we're trying to do. Right. So we're trying to minimize that. So once the person purchases a ticket or they get a free ticket, then they'll get sent a link and they'll have access to the virtual tour stop. But yeah, it's not going to be out in the open.
And so they could just go to your website and purchase a ticket, right?
They can go to the website, or specifically, they should go to beautiful.ticketleap.com. That's the direct link for the tickets.
Gotcha. Okay, great. All right. Wow, man. Well, this is going to be an awesome time. You all, if you're tuning in, go ahead on and purchase your ticket and invite invite some other folks to watch as well too. Even start a watch party or so. You know what I'm saying, to get blessed. And wow, man. So starting with you, Suzai, what encouraging words do you want to give to an artist out there, especially a young female artist that wants to put it down for Christ?
Okay. Before I say maybe words of inspiration, words of encouragement, words of wisdom, guys need to know Beautiful Hope Tour is just not about, it's not for us Christians only. You don't have to be saved. The fact that we have a virtual tour, it's open for everyone. We are bringing this tour to each and everyone out there who's just looking for hope. You need to be revived. Maybe you're just feeling out of place. This tour is open to everyone. So don't sit back and say, oh, this is a Christian tour, so I'm not a Christian. No, this is open to everyone. Yes. Just go to beautifulticket.leap and get your ticket and just come. Sit down. It's a virtual tour. We are coming directly to your screen, and we are bringing Jesus. We are bringing hope. We're bringing love. We're bringing restoration. And the good thing is that you can sit and watch with your family and with everyone in the home. So don't limit yourself and say, because it's, they've said it's a Christian tour, I can't come. No, you're invited. And then also, as you said, what word of encouragement or something that I can tell to female MCs out there? What I can say is this: when God calls you, He will create a way for you. He will create the path. You just need to trust in Him. you need to put your foundation first of all. The most important thing is the foundation that you build, because that foundation is what is going to sustain you until when you meet him face to face. So if you build your foundation on a shaky ground, then it means that you won't be able to stand the storms that come. Even the word of God says that there's the one who built his foundation on the sinking sand. There's one who built his foundation on Christ, who was the rock. So for me, what I can say is, even before you start, when you've been given the call, seek Christ's face. Let him build the foundation. Let him put the guidance. Let him put the path straight for you, so that you're able to stand, and that you'll be able to face the different. I will not lie. Being a female in this industry is not easy. You'll be swayed right, left, and center. They'll be telling you, oh, you need to do this so that you can get a lot of followers. You need to do this so that you can be famous and everything. But if you build your foundation on such things, at the end of the day, at the end of the road, you won't be able to stand. But when you build your foundation on Christ, then you are rest assured to stand the tribulations that come, to stand the challenges. Because I'll tell you one thing. I've been doing this music for 16 years now. And I'll tell you, there are many times that I'd wanted to give up. I'd wanted to give up. But what kept me going was the aspect that I didn't call myself to do this music. God called me and put me on this track. So I said, if you've called me, you will sustain me. If you've called me, you will keep me on this path. You will hold my hand. And I won't lie. There are days you go out there, you have a writer's block. There are days you just don't feel like you want to share anything. You feel like you're empty. But when you're connected to the source, he will pour in to you, and you'll be able to overflow to other people. And that's why I usually say foundation is important, because the foundation on where you build yourself on is what will sustain you.
Wow, great words of wisdom right there, Suzai. All right, all the way from Kenya. Okay, that's putting it down. Man, hey, this is going to be an awesome tour. And as she says, all right, you don't have to be a Christian to come. All right, just come and experience this great show. All right, it's going to be an awesome time. There's the link right there, beautiful.ticketleap.com. Go purchase your tickets there. Okay. All right, a serious voice. Hey, to talk to us. All right. Hey.
Yes. I'm in agreement with everything that Suzai said. I also want to add that doing music ministry, being female and living in 2023 is probably one of the hardest things. And I too have had people tell me, oh, you got to show more skin. You got to change your lyrics. Stop saying Jesus. Wow. Yes, you can't, you're a little too rough. You need to soften it up a little. It's just all these different things. But I have to say that when you're called, like she mentioned, when God has called you to do something and he's given you a certain blueprint, don't listen to Tom, Dick, and Harry, because everybody wants to add their seasoning to the pot. And usually when you have all these different people adding different seasonings, what does it do? It ruins the pot. Listen to God. Listen to the main chef. Just follow the main chef. And like she said, if you have that foundation in Christ, you will not go wrong. Of course, you got to make sure that this is what God has called you to do, because you will not be able to withstand in 2023, because people will come and they'll talk bad about you. They'll say, oh, that tour is not going to work. This is not going to work. Your music sucks. This, that. If you have soft skin, you're not going to make it. You got to have thick skin in this thing.
That's good.
You have to have thick skin. You have to be adamant that this is what the Lord has called you to do, and you're going to do it until the wheels fall off. Because just like her, you know how many times I want to quit? My husband would tell you every year, I'm like, man, I want to stop this thing and have another child. Like I'm constantly saying that. And I have not quit yet. Ronnie Ron, I'll tell you this. When I started doing music on this level, and I was working with a lot of people in Christian rap, a lot of those people that I started with, they dropped out. They've moved on. I could name more than 10 people who've moved on because they've said this Christian music thing doesn't work for them, right? This is when you have the wrong mentality about it. This Christian music thing doesn't work for you. It's not a music thing. This is ministry. This is your life.
Right.
I have a lyric in a song called Anthem. I said, I was born for this.
Oh, yeah, Anthem. Yes.
God creates you for this. That's what, and Suzai, he's built you for this. So why are we going to quit? And then he makes the provision for you to continue to do it. When you're not seeing the provision, you got to ask yourself, was I really called to do this? You have to ask yourself. So
Wow.
God has made the provision for us to do the Beautiful Hope Tour. And my word of encouragement is make sure that this is what the Lord is calling you to do. Because if he's not calling you to do it, you're going to have some headaches, you're going to have some issues, some problems, some things will arise. But when he has called you to do it, doesn't mean that problems won't arise. But when he's called you to do it, you will have peace at night. You'll be able to sleep. Provision will be made. People will call you and be like, oh, I know you coming to Dallas. I have a room for you. I'm going to take you out to dinner. Do you know how many times I traveled to Dallas? One time I lost a whole suitcase with my merch. My whole suitcase. Listen, I almost lost my mind that day. But Fia, who's a pastor in Dallas, Fia Kennedy said, you know what? I know a guy who knows a guy. We got you. We're going to make some more CDs. We're going to make some more shirts. Provision. So make sure God has called you. And when he's called you, trust in him with all your heart. Lean not unto your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. I thank you guys. Thank you, Ronnie Ron, and for those that are watching and listening.
Yes. Hey, well, thank y'all so much for sure. And yeah, definitely shout out to Miss Priscilla Bailey as well, as she's echoing your sentiments. She says, yeah, the struggle is real. People want you to look and sing like Beyonce and leave Christ out of your lyrics. And Priscilla, she's a singer out of England. So Red, yeah, hey, we got this is very encouraging, and especially for you young females out there that want to do this. You're looking at a prime example that is being done, and especially virtually. Think outside the box, all you artists. All right, male or female, think outside the box. Go to beautiful.ticketleap.com. There it is. Purchase it. All right, you don't have to necessarily be a Christian to come. Just come. Just go and check it out, and then again, embrace these new ideas. You want to think outside the box in 2023. All right. Don't just stop with radio as the end all be all, because radio is pretty much is fading. It's still important, but again, that's another talk show. But again, think outside the box. All right. So hey, go and get your tickets, you all. All right. This tour is going to be awesome. The Beautiful Tour. Go and get it, because it is beautiful. Got some beautiful ladies up here. All right. Again, we want to thank you all so much for being on with us. All right. Here is their information. This Suzai's information. If you want to get in contact with her, all right, reach out to her. Hey, feel free. All right, because they will help you. All right, and go visit the website of Serious Voice. Shout out to Mr. C, who's doing some great things, and for you and your family, all of you all. Hey, God bless y'all, and I'm looking forward to hear some great news from you all on this tour. All right. Hey, well, look, that's going to do it for yours truly, DJ Ronnie Ron here on Sound Sessions. Again, go and visit these artists' information and get in contact with them. We'll see you again for another segment of Sound Session. If you're an artist, if you would like to promote whatever it is that you're doing, okay, feel free to get in contact with me. Go visit the website, musicindustrymakeover.com, or you could just, follow me all over Instagram or social media, Ronnie Ron 2K. Would love to connect with you, or just Google me. I'm easy to find. All right. So go ahead on and let's make some things happen in 2023. All right. Hey, remember, you matter in the kingdom of God. So don't compare yourself or your ministry to anyone else out there. Just do what he's called you to do, and you'll be just fine. We'll see you again for another segment of Sound Sessions.